Hey, Jeff here with Digital Trends. We are taking a look at the HTC One X for AT&T. This is HTC's flagship phone of their One series, which also has the One S, which we looked at for T-Mobile a few weeks back. This is basically the same phone as the One S. It's got a few upgrades. The front camera is a 1.3 megapixel instead of VGA. It gets a little bit better battery life in our testing. Other testers have gotten a little worse. I think it depends if you're doing moving video. This does have a larger screen. Instead of a 4.3-inch screen, it has a 4.7-inch, same size as the Galaxy Nexus. The difference here is you actually get more screen real estate because Google, in their default version of the Galaxy Android 4.0, uses touch buttons, whereas this has hard haptic buttons. So it's not a part of the screen. This actually leads to it being a little bit too much space in between some of the lines here. They could have actually added another row of icons if they wanted to. That might have screwed with something else, I'm not sure. But overall, pretty good. This is Android 4.0. It's running a version of HTC Sense, which is their user interface that they layer over Android. Overall, it looks mostly like Android. The options here, mostly the same, just colored a little differently. You can still get to multitasking, just looks a little different here. Flick stuff away, all that functionality is still there. You can edit to your home pages and stuff like that. It's just a little bit different. Widgets are there instead of being in the menu of apps here. There's less apps on this than the T-Mobile phone, which is good. There's about 20 less apps that come with it. We've installed a few extras just for fun. I'll show you a couple of the apps that come with the phone. The music app we really like. It's got Beats integration, so when you're listening to anything, it actually sounds a little better. And then the app here can let you go to any of your other music apps straight from it pretty easily. This is a version of Spotify. And it works really well. There's also a media link, which we don't have here to show you. But it allows you to plug it up to your, wirelessly hook it up to your TV, and it works pretty well. It's kind of expensive. It's $90, which is half the price of the phone, which is $200 with a contract, which is a very good price, at least compared to what's been coming out for phones of this magnitude. This is a 4G LTE phone, dual core, runs faster than a lot of the quad core phones we've had. This is about twice as fast in the benchmark tests as the Galaxy Nexus there. So this is the camera app, and it's got this innovative new feature, just kind of cool. Very good camera. HTC always has some of the best cameras. You can actually take pictures while you're recording a video, and you can actually later on, if you choose to watch a video, you can take pictures of that video from there as well. Aside from that, it's got HDR, takes better photos in like sunlight and some other conditions than the iPhone 4S. You can actually hold the shutter button and take a whole bunch of shots like that. Those are going to be terrible shots. But then it'll show you a list of all your photos, and you can kind of choose between them, like, I think that one's the best. And you can click it as your best shot. You can save all the others or delete them. I just chose to delete them. And yeah, so the camera is very good. A lot of things about this phone are very good. If you're a real tinker with Android, then you might want to go with a Nexus phone because they get all the updates quickly, and it's a kind of a vanilla version of the OS. But as far as a regular user, it's a little large. If you can get the One S, if you're on T-Mobile, we like that a little more as far as size. It's a little big. If you're trying to reach over and you don't have huge hands, it will be a stretch. You got to kind of, inch your hand up and down a little bit. You get used to it. It's thin enough, and it's got kind of a groove here, Gorilla Glass screen, so if you do drop it, it should be okay. Easy to hold. Volume is right here. Power's on the top. Charge port. No micro SD, unfortunately. 16 gigs of internal. Specs are good. Everything's pretty good. This is one of the best phones we've seen, definitely the best HTC phone, aside from the One S maybe, that we've seen in maybe ever. So this is the HTC One X.